All right, so we're called to order at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to extend a welcome to LNC members. We're going to have our interim secretary take roll. We've also got with us Attorney Oliver Hall, the LNC's disciplinary trial parliamentarian, Susan Eads Roll, the advisor to the LNC's manager, Jonathan Jacobs, the accused, Karen Ann Harlos, the accused counsel, Dr. Chuck Moulton, the advisor to the accused counsel, Sylvia Arrowood, and hopefully soon a court reporter. At this adjourned meeting, the disciplinary trial of the accused, Ms. Harlos, the Libertarian Party secretary, will be conducted. Mr. Secretary, when you're ready, if you could take roll.
Madam Chair. Mr. Heyman.
Here.
I am present. Mr. Chatterton.
Present.
Mr. Watkins. We will skip Mr. Watkins. Oh, is he here?
Yeah. Sorry, my mic was off.
Madam Chair. You are here. Mr. Weir. Mr. Weir appears to be absent. Ms. Harlos is suspended, but she appears to be here. Mr. Nana. Mr. Nana appears to be absent. Mr. Hirsch.
Here.
Mr. McGee.
Here.
Ms. Yanuskevich.
Here.
Mr. Thompson.
Present.
Mr. Rutherford.
Here.
Mr. Johnson. No, Mr. Johnson. Ms. Hayes.
Here.
Mr. Shahan. Mr. Shahan does not appear to be here. Mr. Dassing.
Here.
Mr. Ford.
Here.
Mr. Bracco. He actually gave a notice of absence. Apologies. Mr. Dar also gave a notice of absence. Mr. Vinson.
Here.
Mr. Garcia.
Here.
Mr. Nikela. Mr. Nikela appears to be absent. Mr. Bost.
Here.
Mr. Redpath gave a notice of absence. So it appears that we have quorum, Madam Chair, and Mr. Thompson should be seated for Mr. Dar, and that is the Region 3 alternate being seated for the Region 3 representative for the South.
Thank you. Can you please tell me again which members are not present?
Members not present are Mr. Weir, Mr. Nana, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Shahan, Mr. Bracco, Mr. Dar, Mr. Nikela, and Mr. Redpath. Only 9 is required for quorum, and even with the alternates, we are past that.
At this time, I'm going to recognize Mr. McGee for the purpose of moving a resolution related to the disciplinary trial.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mr. McGee, if you would give me just one
I have
second.
a point of order, Madam Chair.
I'm sorry, but you are not recognized right now.
Points of order are privileged and take precedence over everything else.
Respectfully, you don't have voting or speaking rights until we get into the trial.
Actually, pursuant to 6320, I do. The resolution suspending rights was supposed to preclude, except as relate to the trial. I have full voting rights and speaking rights during the trial, except for the final vote.
I understand, but we're not in the trial yet.
You called to order for the trial, and that is the title of this meeting.
Your point is not well taken. So we're going to move on, and once we get into the trial, you will have speaking and voting rights.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry, if I could just confirm, it seems some members just came in that I allowed in just to confirm. Mr. Weir, are you present?
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Nana, are you present? Mr. Johnson. Let's see here, Mr. Nicola. Okay, so it was just Mr. Weir that joined us at 2:15 Pacific. Okay. Apologies, and here we go.
All right.
Mr. McGee, whenever you're ready.
Resolved that upon adoption of this resolution, the adjourned meeting of the Libertarian National Committee on Saturday, November 9th, 2024, shall be in executive session for a disciplinary trial with the following special invitees: the LNC's counsel, the LNC's disciplinary trial parliamentarian, the advisor to the LNC's manager, the accused counsel, the advisor to the accused counsel, the court reporter, and witnesses, other than those who are members of the LNC, during each witness's testimony. Resolved, the accused counsel, and the advisor to the accused counsel shall exit the executive session prior to the discussion of guilt, shall not be permitted to rejoin the executive session for the discussion of penalties, and may rejoin the meeting for the conduct of votes in open session on guilt and penalties. Resolved, that the agenda of the adjourned meeting of the LNC on Saturday, November 9th, 2024 shall be as follows. Number 1, welcome and introductory remarks. Number 2, roll call. Number 3, resolution relating to disciplinary trial. Number 4, appointment of timekeepers. Number 5, reading of adopted resolutions relating to the disciplinary trial. 6, verification that accused furnished with copy of charges. 7, announcement of name of manager for LNC. 8, inquiry of accused as to counsel. 9, reading of charges and specifications. 10, inquiry of accused as to pleas. 11, disciplinary trial. 11A, opening statements, total of 30 minutes, equally divided between manager and defense. 11B, testimony of manager witnesses, 60 minutes. 11C, testimony of defense witnesses, 60 minutes. 11D, testimony of rebuttal witnesses, total of 60 minutes, equally divided between manager and defense. 11E, closing arguments, total of 60 minutes, equally divided between manager and defense. 11F, determination of guilt. 11F sub 1, charge 2. 11 sub F, 11F sub 2, charge 1. 11G, determination of penalties. 12, adjournment. Resolved that if the accused elects to be represented by counsel, the accused counsel shall speak exclusively on behalf of the accused, with the exception of the testimony given by the accused when called as a witness. Resolved that each witness, other than those that are members of the LNC, shall, 1, be provided the link to the virtual meeting by the manager or the defense, 2, sign on to the virtual meeting platform, and 3, wait online to be admitted to the virtual meeting when called to testify by the manager or the defense. Resolved that for each witness, a total of 5 minutes for all cross-examination and re-cross-examination be permitted, and the time consumed by cross-examination and re-cross-examination shall be counted against the time allotted to the side that called the witness. And resolved that for each witness, the time consumed for all redirect examination shall be counted against the time allotted to the side that called the witness. And resolved that the chair shall appoint timekeepers who shall advise the chair when time has been exhausted.
I second, and I call the question.
Well, there was a point of parliamentary inquiry that I had to
Harlows,
determine.
here's how I'm going to handle this situation right now. Ms. Harlows, you're not recognized in debate. If you would like to find an LNC member to speak on your behalf, I suggest you do that via private chat, some way that's not disruptive so that we can move forward.
That I have a point of order on that per 6320 of Roberts. That is incorrect.
Your point is
I
not
still
being
have
taken.
full rights during the trial, just not during a vote.
Madam Chair, I've muted Ms. Karen Harlows so that you can continue. You're muted, Madam Chair.
1 second, I'm going to confer with our parliamentarian.
Also, I'm going to raise an objection that Data court reporter is not on per our.
Madam Chair, Mr. Nikela has joined at 5:20. I'm sorry, well, yeah, it would be 5:20 Eastern time.
Thank you. Give me just one moment, please. Okay, Madam, Ms. Harless, again, your point of order is not well taken. You can't engage in debate right now. A motion has been moved and seconded. And so, Mr. Secretary, when you're ready, we'll go to a roll call vote.
One moment, Madam Chair.
The resolution. The vote, is everyone on the LNC clear of what we're voting on? It's to end debate on the resolution. We're voting to end debate on the resolution, calling the question.
Okay, give me 1 second. So this will be a new ballot here.
Yeah,
Motion.
my apologies.
So I'm sorry, who's second? So Ms. Hayes called the question.
Who seconded?
I also seconded.
But we're on calling the question, right? Oops.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. Were there any objections to calling the question from LNC members? They can't object. You have to vote on it. All right, we're gonna go to a vote on it.
Okay, so that was moved by Ms. Hayes, and who seconded?
I'll second.
Mr. McGee.
Are you trying to pass it?
Okay, so I will start from the top here. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Oops. Ms. Harless is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana? Still not here. Mr. McGee?
I vote aye.
Ms. Yanuskavich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
Yes.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Oops. Mr. Redpath is absent. And Madam Chair, how do you vote? The count is 12 to 1 to 0 to 2. Do you wish to vote?
I'll vote yes.
Okay. Right, so the motion passes. Give me just 1 second here, and I will just note that Mr. Nana is absent.
Okay, this passes the 2/3 threshold. The motion passes, and now we're going to go to a vote on our main motion, which is adoption of the resolution. Does everyone understand what we're voting on right now? We're voting to adopt the trial resolution that Mr. McGee read. That governs how we're going to do trial. Okay. All right, Mr. Secretary, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Heyman?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and ineligible. Mr. Nana? is still absent.
Point of order, I believe Mr. Hirsch is present.
Oh, that's right. Thank you so much, Mr. McGee. Mr. Hirsch, give me just a minute here.
Okay, no.
Absent. I'm sorry, you wish to vote nay, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Give me just 1 minute and let me just, oops. Okay, thank you, Mr. McGee. Mr. McGee,
Aye.
Ms. Yanuskavich,
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford,
Abstain.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Dassing,
Yes.
Mr. Ford,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
No.
Mr. Vinson,
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Garcia,
I vote yes on the motion.
Mr. Nikela.
I didn't get to catch the whole thing, so I'm gonna abstain on this one.
Mr. Bost,
Yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 10 to 2 to 2 to 0. Do you wish to vote?
Chair's not voting. This is just a majority, so the motion passes. 10 to 2 to 2. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So regarding Karen Ann's previous point of order, I am told that it is that Roberts allows both the counsel and the accused to speak.
Mr. Thompson, I appreciate you making that point of order to clarify, but that's once we get into the trial in executive session. Once we get into the trial, we'll make sure that the accused and her attorney are able to speak, conduct their own, questioning and so on and so forth.
Madam Chair, now that
That's
the motion,
according, yes,
now that the
Mr.
motion- oh, sorry, please.
And that's according also to the resolution we adopted. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So the vote, the motion has passed. Do you wish to say anything before I remove everyone from the main room into the waiting room?
Our court reporter is here. Thank you very much. We're going to have you begin once we go into executive session. Bear in mind, this is more similar to an administrative trial. We don't need oaths sworn in. No one is under oath and so on and so forth, but we need a confidential stenographic record. Okay, so we are going to go into executive session.
That's
So
Mr.
everyone
Ben
can-
Coleman, to be clear, so I don't put him in the waiting room. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So we will all stand at ease while you slide us into executive session.
Since we're at ease, may I pose a question about the Zoom call? Will the main room remain open
It
for the
will
gallery?
not. It will not. I believe everybody will get moved to a waiting room.
Understood.
Bear with me, all. We're going to be here for a bit. Unless you'd like to move yourselves to the waiting room, that would also be helpful.
I am also hoping.
How do we do that and when do we come back?
So the trial, per the email I sent, is expected to last about 4.5 to 5 hours. If you stay in the waiting room, I will let everyone back in. I don't know how I think you can send yourself to the waiting room. I could be wrong about that, but I know that you can drop off the call and you should be able to rejoin without a problem when it seems that the time is about right.
Okay, yeah, the only thing is if I leave totally, I don't know when we'll resume. And sorry, I don't know how to put myself in the waiting room. Sorry.
Yeah, so what would happen is, if you, just to be clear to people that are still kind of on, if you drop off or you're put into the waiting room, when you log back in, I'll get a notification that you're in the waiting room, and everyone that's in the waiting room, once we're ready, once we're back in open session, you will be allowed back in. So I don't know if that answers the question. There's no actual way for anyone to know. You would just have to kind of stand idly by for however long that takes.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And just to be clear, for the record, no one is getting removed. They are just getting placed into the waiting room. So you should be able to come back in even if you leave, since you are registered for this meeting, and this meeting will be ongoing.
Let me know when you guys want me to go on the record fully, if possible.
Will do. I think it'll be as soon as we officially start here. So right now I have.
And Mr. Secretary, how do you spell your name?
That would be, first name is Adrian. Last name is Malagon.
Malgon.
Malagon. Malagon.
Again, sorry for my tardiness too. I was told it was Mountain Time, not Eastern Time for some reason.
Oh, that's okay.
If we didn't have time zones, I get it.
All
Okay,
right, we're
that we're good to go. Let me just double check here. So I have Mr. McGee. I'm going to just read from the top left and move down. Mr. McGee, I am here. Mr. Garcia, Madam Chair, Mr. Heyman, Ms. Yanuskavich, Dr. Moulton, Ms. Arrowwood, Ms. Roll, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Ford, Ms. Hayes, Mr. Rutherford, Mr. Watkins, Mr. Dassing, Mr. Chatterton, Mr. Hirsch, Ms. Harlos, Mr. Bost, Mr. Vinson, Mr. Hall, Mr. Weir, Mr. Nikela, and Mr. Coleman. Is there anyone in here that should not be in here, or anyone that I'll check the waiting room just to make sure I didn't? Oh, Mr. Jacobs. I sent him to the waiting room, maybe.
we'll pull him back in.
And,
Recording is stopped.
Not yet. We are not
Okay.
there.
Okay.
We'll just double check and make sure that we are good to go here.
I also want to clarify real quick for you guys something. I'm a digital court reporter. So what that entails is I take an audio transcript and then somebody else makes an actual a written transcript of that for you guys.
Mr. McGee, before I share actually, I will share it now. If Mr. McGee, while we're doing this, if you could be so kind as to tell me what the motion is.
The motion was to suspend the rule cited by Dr. Moulton, which prohibits recordings in executive session.
Actually, I'm not going to share for this because give me just a minute. Sorry. Every time someone comes into the room, it stops me from typing. So
I'm admitting.
Cited by Dr. Moulton. And what was the rest of that? I'm sorry.
I believe that was the sum total of the motion.
The rule cited by Dr. Moulton, which prohibits recording. Is that it?
Yes.
Prohibits recording during exec session. Okay, I will go ahead and go back to the, just a moment. That was moved by Mr. McGee. Who seconded that?
I did, Miss Hayes.
All right, Ms. Hayes. Just 1 minute. All right, we'll start at the top. Mr. Heyman?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harless is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana is not here. Mr. Hirsch?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Aye.
Ms. Yanuskevich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
I'm sorry, one more time.
No.
Ms. Hayes?
Aye.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the vote is 12 to 2 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
Chair will not be voting. The motion passes with more than 2/3.
Mr. Malion, I am here, by the way.
Oh, Mr. Nana joined us.
Yes.
When did you join us? I missed that. I'm sorry.
Just while you were about to start taking the vote on this one.
Do you wish to change your vote? I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't vote anyhow. I wasn't here for the full discussion.
So you joined us at 5:12.
I think it was 5:47 or something like that, 5:48, something like that.
5:48.
Okay, so that vote's done. So pursuant to the resolution that we previously adopted, we're going to go back into executive session for the remainder of our trial. So guys, if you can please leave the meeting if you are not a if you're not an LNC member, if you were not an executive.
Mr. McGee, if you'll permit me just a minute, you can read from the voting sheet. Okay. Madam Chair.
Is everyone in?
They are.
Oh, let me grab Sylvia. See, so actually, if you and Mr. McGee will proceed, I will mind the waiting room for you.
Okay. You have to read the question, Madam Chair. And then it has to be moved and seconded.
Yep, you are right. Just get back to it.
13. Yeah. Near the bottom where it says open session.
Okay, the LNC completed its discussion of the charges and specifications and will now conduct votes as to guilt in open session. Specification 1 of charge 2, is that where we're beginning?
Yeah, so you'd have to read right above that, the question before the LNC.
You did.
I think I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Votes as to guilt in open session. Okay, in that, by filing the names of presidential and vice presidential nominees with the Colorado Secretary of State, Ms. Karen Ann Harless has exposed the Libertarian National Committee to litigation. The question is whether Ms. Harless is guilty of specification 1 of charge 2.
So it would have to be moved by someone and then seconded.
It's already been moved by me.
Okay, who would like to second that motion? Assuming
Second.
Seconded by, I'm sorry,
Mr. Vincent.
Vincent. Okay. All discussion has been held in executive session on this. So assuming that there is no objection, we will move to a vote.
Yep.
I will start at the top.
Thank you.
Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Guilty.
I would assume that's an aye.
Aye.
Let's do ayes, nays, yeses, and nos for the sake of clarity. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Watkins, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Ms. Yanis?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
Ms. Hayes? Oops. Ms. Hayes? We will pass on Ms. Hayes for right now. Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No, of course not.
Okay, we don't need editorializing. Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. We'll go back to Ms. Hayes. Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 10 to 3 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to vote?
Looks like it's 11.
It is. This only requires a majority unless the trial parliamentarian would like to correct me.
Okay, the chair will not vote. Okay, so the motion passes 11 to 3 to 0. Okay, we're going to jump to the next one. Specification 2 of charge 2 is as follows, in that Ms. Karen Ann Harless has maligned various members of the Libertarian National Committee, specifically Mr. Adam Heyman and Ms. Angela McArdle, as detailed in the issue of misrepresentation, on the issue of decorum, and on the issue of investigation interference. The question is whether Ms. Harlow is guilty of specification 2 of charge 2. Mr. Secretary, I'll pass it to you now.
Madam Chair, Mr. McGee, am I correct that you're moving this motion?
Yes, I so moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by,
Watkins.
okay, sorry, I can't see when I'm doing screen share. Oops, there we go. All right, we will proceed with the vote. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
Abstain.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Ms. Yaniscavige?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
Abstain.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Abstain.
Of course.
Mr. Vincent?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost? Mr. Bost, I'd love to pass, but you're the last vote here. Are you still with me?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Is that yes as in I'm
Yes.
here? Or... Oh, yeah.
Yes and yes.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the vote is 11 to 0 to 3 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
No, the chair is not voting. Okay, the motion passes 11-0-3. Okay, and I believe we have another one. Mr. McGee, are you moving specification 3 of charge 2?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. And that one is as follows, in that Ms. Karen Ann Harlos attempted to obstruct the investigation by falsely claiming that the convention had ruled regarding an investigating committee, post of August 26, 2024, 3:47 a.m. The question is whether Ms. Harlos is guilty of specification 3 of charge 2. It needs someone to move and second it.
So moved.
Mr. McGee has moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that
was
Mr. Walker?
Mr. Vinson?
Oh, Vinson. Apologies.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, when you're ready.
You, Madam Chair. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Ms. Yanuskavich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Just a moment. Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the vote is 11 to 3 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
Thank you. Chair's not voting. The motion passes 11-3-0. All right. Next is specification.
Charge
Charge 2, Madam Chair.
Just kidding. Charge 2.
At the bottom of 16.
Yeah, charge 2 specification. Which specification is this?
Madam Chair, it's just the
Oh,
charge.
it's just the
whole.
charge. I understand. My apologies. Okay, so it's charge 2.
My understanding is that this is being moved by Mr. McGee. Is there a, Mr. McGee, would you confirm?
Yes, I am moving that the charge be adopted.
All right, let me go ahead and read it. It's conduct that disturbs the well-being of the Libertarian Party, hampers it in its work, and that renders Ms. Karen Ann Harlos unfit for the office of secretary. The question is whether Ms. Harlos is guilty of charge 2.
So Mr. McGee has moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Heyman. Oops, we don't need to shout your name. Apologies, Mr. Heyman. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Ms. Yanuskavich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the tally is 11 to 3 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
Thank you. Chair's not voting. The motion passes 11 to 3 to 0. All right, now we're on to charge 1, specification 1. And that is as follows, in that Ms. Karen Ann Harlos failed to follow the legitimate instructions of the chair by filing paperwork regarding the presidential ticket exclusive of the electors with the Colorado Secretary of State, pursuant to, this was citation as LP bylaws, Article 6.5. The question is whether Ms. Harlos is guilty of specification 1 of charge 1. It needs someone to move it and second it.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded by who? I'm sorry.
Dassing.
Okay, when our secretary, pass it over to our secretary.
All right. Apologies. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
Abstain.
Mr. McGee?
Aye.
Ms. Yanuskevich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
Abstain.
Apologies. Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the vote is 11 to 1 to 2 to 0. How would you care to vote?
Chair is not voting. The motion passes 11 to 1 to 2. All right. And now we're going to go on to, I believe, adopting charge 1.
That is correct.
So charge 1 is gross misconduct in office. The question is whether Ms. Harlos is guilty of charge 1. It needs someone to move it and second it.
So moved.
Mr. McGee has moved. Who is the second, if there is one?
I'll second.
Seconded by, is that Mr. Vinson?
Watkins.
Fucking man, you guys sound the same. Sorry, all white people sound the same to me.
Ms. Malagon.
Apologies, Madam Chair. If I may proceed with the roll call, Mr.
May come to order and proceed with the roll call.
Mr. Heyman, how do you vote? We will pass on Mr. Heyman. He was offended by my comment on white people. Mr. Watkins?
So offended, still voting yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended, thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Aye.
Ms. Yanuskevich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
No.
Mr. Vinson?
Yeah.
Mr. Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Nikela?
Yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is absent. Madam Chair, the vote is 10 to 3 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
Point
One
of order.
second. Can we go back to
Yes.
Mr. There we go,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Heyman.
Yes, my apologies. Thank you, Madam Chair. My apologies. Mr. Heyman,
Yes.
I offended you the right amount. Madam Chair, the revised votes per my mistake is 11 to 3 to 0 to 0. Do you wish to cast a vote?
Chair is not voting. The motion passes 11 to 3 to 0. Thank you very much. And All right, next we're gonna go on to determination of penalties. I'm gonna recognize Jonathan McGee, the manager, for the purpose of making a motion relating to the penalty.
All right. I recommend that I move that Karen Ann Harlos be suspended from the office of Secretary of the Libertarian Party under the terms provided by the bylaws, specifically Article 6.7.
Okay, believe that requires a second.
Second.
Who seconded?
Mr. Heyman.
Thank you.
Mr. McGee, can you confirm that the recommendation is correct on the screen?
They are correct.
Okay. Discussion
All right.
for this was held in executive session, as the discussion for everything else was. Madam Chair, if I may, I would like to proceed with the roll call.
Yep, we will proceed with a roll call.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Oh, does anyone, but before we do, does anyone else wish to discuss the motion? Okay, hearing none, we'll go to a roll call.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Heyman, how do you vote?
Yes. Yes.
1 second, there we go. Mr. Watkins?
Yes.
Ms. Harlos is suspended and thus ineligible. Mr. Nana?
No.
Mr. McGee?
Aye.
Ms. Yanuskavich?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
No.
Ms. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Dassing?
Yes.
Mr. Ford? We will pass on Mr. Ford right now. Mr. Thompson?
No.
Mr. Vinson?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia?
Yeah.
Mr. Nikela?
Unfortunately, yes.
Mr. Bost?
Yes.
Mr. Redpath is ineligible. We'll circle back to Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford?
With great sadness, yes.
And then we'll just
We'd
correct.
editorialize.
I believe it will. This requires 2/3, so this would be 11 votes.
All right, chair's not voting. The motion passes 11-3 to 0.
Okay. May I
Just
stop
1 second.
last vote?
We are at adjournment. Is there anything else relating to the trial or disciplinary actions that we haven't covered?
I move to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Who seconded? Can I? Nikela, thank you very much.
Sorry,
Okay,
who's-
any objection? Ms. Hayes moved to adjourn and Mr. Nikela seconded. Okay, is there any objection? Going once, going twice. Hearing none, we are adjourned at 11:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Mr. Secretary, can you cut the recording?
Yes, Madam Chair.